You know, system we are create waves like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, better than your son, Lord, explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion, deep and we slow down, yeah. We do it first, got them soft like lotion, and waves like the ocean, yeah. When I never see a phone sound, never see a phone sound strong. Never the time for rely on people to make my move, and never saw me grow up. And I know say me hype, I know you're probably right, but if you don't have no pride, I guess anything goes. Me I live my life telling me I'm moon. I used to be that little kid, now I am the grown up. Think my life did so rough. Skinny nigga did that talent, but never have no luck, so rough. Before I get laid off, now have no up. They don't fit on a man from best, so now my life's sweet like a donut. You know I wouldn't change a thing, no. Choose the amp lose a couple times before you win, oh yeah. I pop bottles, pop models. Put my story up, happy and light than others. Yeah, in a castle I'm eating apples. I look out on the sea, I show me youth, them all what do we create waves like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, better than your son, Lord, explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion, deep and we slow down, yeah. We do it first, got them soft like lotion, and waves like the ocean, yeah. Never see a phone sound, never see a phone sound strong. Never see a phone sound. All over the world, them a wave me banner. Fans a come out and a support me, and bad mind, I wonder what's so special with a man, yeah. Tidal wave, you no see up under the cabana. We a create big wave and a flood the whole place. If me no make it out, show the kids my face. Ay, tell them how me stay and how me stuck in my ways. Go on like say them no like about them rate way anyway. Cause we create big waves like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, you better than you some Lord explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion, deep and we slow down, yeah. Do it first, got them soft like lotion, and waves like the ocean, yeah. We never see a phone sound, never see a phone sound strong. We never see a phone sound, never see a phone sound strong.
My dog Javi produced that one here, is it?
Ambassador Music.
You know, system we are create waves like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, better than your son, Lord, explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion, deep and we slow down, yeah. We do it first, got them soft like lotion, and waves like the ocean, yeah. When I never see a phone sound, never see a phone sound strong. Never the time for rely on people to make money, but never saw me grow up. I know say me hype, I know you're probably right, but if you're not right, I guess anything goes. Me I live my life telling me I'm on. I used to be that little kid, now I am the grown up. Think my life did so rough. Skinny nigga did that talent, but never have no luck, so rough. Before I get laid off, now have no up. They don't fit on a man from best, so now my life's sweet like a donut. You know I wouldn't change a thing, no. Choose the amp lose a couple times before you win, oh yeah. I pop bottles, pop models. Put my story up, happy and light than others. Yeah, in a castle I'm eating apples. I look out on the sea, I show me youth, them all what do we create waves like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, better than your son, Lord, explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion, deep and we slow down, yeah. We do it first, got them soft like lotion, and waves like the ocean, yeah. We never see a phone sound, never see a phone sound strong. Never see a phone sound. All over the world, them a wave me banner. Fans a come out and a support me, and bad mind, I wonder what's so special with a man, yeah. Tidal wave, you no see up under the cabana. We a create big wave and a flood the whole place. If me no make it out, show the kids my face. Ay, tell them how me stay and how me stuck in my ways. Go on like say them no like about them rate way anyway. Cause we create big waves like the ocean, yeah. When you're there, better than you some Lord explosion, and we make the commotion, yeah. They even dance with them, watch we have emotion, deep and we slow down, yeah. Do it first, got them soft like lotion, and waves like the ocean, yeah. We never see a phone sound, never see a phone sound strong. We never see a phone sound, never see a phone sound strong.
Hey yo, my G.
Where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughters. And we have the land, you were many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none was slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free. Land of the many waters, resources and trees. Land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese. Land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians. And Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana beach breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city. Are the hypest, we see them gyal wine up in a some liquor digest. We are hustle from morning till night catch. Them finno Guyanese, get a youth not like rest. House and car, them finno we like press. Check the bank line them. We not like check. We got gold and diamond, them thing priceless. Timber bauxite, then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean I talk about the sugar, nor the rice yet. So a marshal, I drop the Guyanese bomb. For feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese land. Guyana, that's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. I came from a land, it have many water, many great sons and many daughters. Is we have the land, what many ask for, we never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we sure them pretty. The man full of faith, we nah know none was slippy. Guyana, we say big up on no city. There's enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family, hey master, one up fully. A one-time records, a 592, we think that. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No.
Yo, nobody not selling out. We talking facts. Facts we dealing with. Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. I been to Guyana, man. I have to go back. The way how the country looking, man, they left me shocked. Who's ever in charge? Them putting we on the map. The men them look healthy. The girls them look hot. I went to a meeting. I don't know if it's chicken curry. Them Guyanese eating, man. The government walking. 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 This one's for them haters. For them haters who attacking Guyana. Guyana, show them your little finger. Little finger, show them your little finger. Little finger, show them the 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 little finger. The government walking, the government walking. The government walking, the government walking. The government walking, the government walking. The government walking. Don't mix me with politics. I yes, not Guyanese critics. I just want the country fix. Man, I come for some kicks. Can leave the bumper fake. We call it a camera trick. And if you rest it to me, I still give it some licks. The government walking, the government walking. The government walking, the government walking. The government walking, the government walking. The the government working. The government working, working. The government working. The government working. The government working. The government working, working. The government. This is for the hater. For the hater. This is for the hater. We're running down Guyana. For the hater. For the hater. Show them little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Government working. The 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 government working. Now don't mix me. Don't mix me. Don't mix me. The government working. I don't do politics. Just get jacket, right? Get jacket. Working. Working.
We're ready to go with Courdel Jones. You know it's gonna be real from 8 to 9. Bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up today, it's bright time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. To the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Good morning to everyone joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Good morning to those persons joining us across the diaspora. It is Monday, the 1st of December, 2025, and we have officially kicked off the Christmas season. Some of us a little sooner than others, I must say, but nevertheless, from me to all my Livewire family, friends, followers, season's greetings to you, especially my Christian brothers and sisters, especially my Guyanese brothers and sisters who, you know how we are when it comes. You know how we are when it I swear my uncle does annoy me. You hear me? Ronald Jones does annoy me, right? But season's greetings to all of you, except Ronald Jones. Except Ronald Jones. Season's greetings to everyone except Ronald Jones. Nevertheless, some disappointing stuff for us to discuss this morning. Not as political as this show normally is, but I think they're topical and we must touch on them. But before we go to that, morning to all the persons in the comment section. General Narendra, morning to you. Pamela, morning. Sridat Rubindranath, good morning to you. Krishnadat Mangar, good morning to you. BB Hack, Ronald Jones, Joan McCrae, morning. Eunice Raghubir, special good morning to you. Special good morning to Polly and Rita as well. Eunice, today I'll make that call and see what we could do in relation to that flooding issue that you would have highlighted to me. Sanita Sukraj, good morning to you. Dave Sobrian, good morning to you. Prasad Pati, Lola Hari, Pam, morning to you, and Trevor, Amanda Prasad. Marisha Sami, one of my favorite people. She keep jumping in and out the country. I don't get to see her we see each other in passing during the elections campaign. Lola Hari, good morning to you. Gil Ian, Mazo Inshan, morning to you. Vishnu Chintaman, why don't I go and get my glasses? This is horrible. But you know what it is? It's me trying to hold on to the youth. It's me trying to hold on to the youth. The honest to God, I seriously don't have any other reason why I shouldn't have my glasses yet, right? But I feel like that's gonna be my Christmas gift to myself. I'm getting old like my uncle Ronald. Vision going, everything going. You know. Asif Ahmad, morning. Shakila Briglal, morning to you. Morning to all the Briglals and not the Bridgelals, the Briglals, all of them. Morning to you. Danny Ram Bisram, morning to you. Morning to the family. And morning to the crew as well. I know that sometimes you guys are tuned in. I don't remember the state. But morning to you guys. Have a wonderful day at work. Maureen Razio, morning to you. Shakila Bagwadin, Annie Chan, Leslie Mangal, Sunita Desmond, morning. Eddie Ram Not, morning to you. Sherwood Siram, Harry Chai, morning to you. That's all we're going to do this morning. Morning to everybody else that I didn't get to call your name. Shamar Ali, Benita Siram. And of course, I can't go without calling Tracy Martindale, my very good friend in region number 7. Morning to you and morning to John as well. So let's get into it right away. This weekend, I saw some things that really, some social media content that really, it break my heart as a Guyanese, you know. And then it made me wonder, like, how really do Guyanese think? Like, how do we come up with some of the concepts that we have in our mind, right? I mean, nowhere else in the world, some of the things that Guyanese are expecting from their government, other governments do, or other citizens of other nations expect from their government, right? So first of all, let's just deal with a serious case of entitlement, poor management, and I think lunacy at its highest level. Right? This video is about 12 minutes. Definitely we ain't gonna go through the whole thing, but I want to play some of it so at least you could understand the context of what I'm talking about, right? Some of you may have seen it on social media. For those who haven't, let's take a quick look.
In charge of local government, highlighting our living condition, highlighting the poor people in this country. This is our living condition.
First of all, listen to me. I wanted to cuss so actually I cuss up at home in privacy whilst I was looking at this video. You hear me? I cuss. I'm like, are you for real? You have a phone to do a live and you can't pull a little grass out your yard or pay somebody to weed your yard? Look at the condition of this place. Don't let's listen to the audio for now. Look at the condition of this place here. You understand me? And you're calling on president and minister, local government to do what? To do what? That is your private property. What nonsense is this? Look at how you got your place. Look at how you have your place. And you are calling on the minister and the president to do what? Poor people what? Poor people don't got big house like that. I don't know if you build the house or you inherit it or what. But how does that become the government's responsibility? Let's listen to what this lady is saying.
Minister in charge of local government, highlighting our living condition.
What the hell they got to do with the minister of local government, your living condition? Now I remember the other thing I wanted to show y'all on Sherrod Duncan page. Another lady talking about she got 7 children, right? And something, she can't buy paint, she can't buy something, some foolishness like that. Just let me locate it before I continue. Please let me locate it. Oh, okay, good. Let me come back to y'all here. So, how in heaven's name your private property and the condition you have it in and your ability to maintain that property? What? If this is something that you can maintain on your own, you should probably sell it and downgrade to something else, a bungalow or something that is easier for you to manage. But how in heaven's name? Listen, y'all listen.
Highlighting the poor people in this country. This is our living condition. This is it.
You know something, as God above me, honestly, like sometimes I can't with we Guyanese, you know. Because if you look at this video, I personally don't even think she lives there. This is just a Guyanese got data and a phone and trying to make mischief. She doesn't take you inside the house. The front door and the back door lock. You understand? The front door and the back door lock. So to me, this is just a Guyanese, in my opinion, trying to make a problem for those in the diaspora who might not know better. Right? The front door lock, the back door lock. The argument is so ignorant. Okay, let me say you're old, you're working, you're still getting pension. It mightn't be enough. But how in heaven's name you trying to tell me you afford to buy a phone, right? Phone's pretty cheap, fine. You afford data. And you got the energy to cry you little backside there. Instead, you go and look for some work. Instead, you go and look for some employment. You got the energy to use the data that you buy to make a video making yourself an idiot. You understand? So again, I am asking Guyanese to stop this foolishness. If it's a case you are going to places, abandoned places, to make people overseas and foreigners think, overseas-based Guyanese and foreigners themselves think this is Guyana, please, for heaven's sake, stop it. This is the most ignorant.
This is the way how we live. Look at our stairs, Mr. President. You're doing so much of donation.
The president doing donation? Huh? The house bigger than enough men on mission house. The house bigger than enough young professional house. But mind you, let me look at the ignorance of it, the extreme ignorance of it. I bet you that person, let me say, indeed, someone is living here, this is their condition. I am betting you that person didn't even approach probably men on mission or the president himself or the minister of local government. You hear me? I could 99.99% sure that they haven't done that. But they're going to make this video. Anyway, I am not going to highlight this anymore. I just wanted to show you guys. As I said, it upset me. You see the back door locked? Right? You see the back door locked? I think you get to see the front door somewhere here. Let me see. The front door is locked. Right? So it's idle Guyanese, in my opinion. Idle. You understand? And this brings me back to what I said in relation to the cash grant, right? And what Minister Vikram Bharat said. It's not something that we could continue. It's not a model that has proven to be successful, because people eventually get this dependency. Just hold on, let me lock up this dark for just a second, please. Sorry, I apologize. Jesus. Jeez, I've had her on the chain, but I don't know, like, I gotta stop giving she vitamins or something, because she busting and chewing through everything. I don't know. She trying to fit. I'm sorry. I'm back. As a female, Kavi, a female Belgian Malinois, Harris Delney. So I wanted to show you this video, and it takes me over to my next thing, right? Now, I'm saying that, how to put it? People aren't focused on the right things, right? The time that you're taking to highlight that foolishness there, go and find something constructive to do with yourself. Now, I want to jump over to this here. Now, I saw some persons on social media on the president's case for a statement he made over the weekend, right? So let's listen to what the president said.
Speaking to a very good friend out of Guyana, and I told him I have to end the conversation because I'm going to speak at this dinner with a lot of fancy people in the oil and gas sector. And he said to me, when you get there, before you say anything, say production, and the room will light up. I said, you definitely don't know the people of Guyana. I may need to say cash grant.
Right? No, people on the president for what he said. I want to ask everybody that upset about that, where is the lie? Right? Where is the lie? Delnay, once it's a purebred, we could talk. Right? Inbox me after the program. Where is the lie? The president didn't lie on anything there. You know why I say so? Because that worries that just show me the house with all the bush in the yard. She could have taken her time to go and register a bit and learn heavy-duty operator course and get a nice fat paying job in the oil sector, oil and gas sector, right? She would have been looking for some way to take advantage of Guyana's local content policy that ensures that Guyanese benefit from our natural resources. But no, she running around the place talking about, look, we live in conditions. You can't even pull little grass from your yard. That's to show some people, if she living there indeed, don't even have some dignity. Your situation might be bad. And I say this, I've been by a lot of people who got their own problems. They might be living in the best places. Take, for instance, Tiger Bay that I went into the other day. When I went to interview some of those persons, whilst they got salvage wood as the structure, when you go in the place clean. They got everything put away. It smell nice. You understand? The yard, as best as the good, they got it clean. So that speaks volumes of you, ma'am. Now back to the cash grant thing. Now, I received some flack. Because I posted this young lady lamenting about the crash Gant, right? The crash Gant. Now, my thing is this. I understand that you're playing a trade out there, but are you in an official vending spot? A spot designated for vending, or are you occupying an illegal space in that area? Right? 2, how long have you been there? How long have you been there? 3, what steps you being putting in place to ensure that you move from illegality into legality, trying to find some spot, some place to rent to do your business. We in Guyana have become so accustomed to doing the wrong thing that when you try to tell people about the right thing, they turn it around and portray it as oppression. You understand? Grange itself, Stabrook Market Square needed to be cleaned up. Now that Minister Manik Chan, through the president, is moving forward with it, it's literally like people want to stay in the exact same position they're in all their life. Instead of you rowing there, you should be asking, okay. And here's why I say the priorities messed up. Because I'm thinking you out there for Christmas selling, you're going to make more than the alleged 200,000. Well, elusive 200. Let me call it elusive. Right? You're going to make more than the elusive 200,000. So instead of your question be, hey, y'all doing this thing here, where I could go and play my trade? Y'all locking up this thing? All right. I ain't supposed to be in the first place. Where can I go to apply my trade? That's not what you concerned about. You concerned you didn't even get the crash Gant. And listen, I am an equal opportunity troller. Right? So a lot of persons came under the post and they were like, oh, you're always embarrassing Afro-Guyanese. You're always an Afro-Guyanese case. The can't say nothing wrong. Listen, I make mistakes with my English as well. But guess what? I would usually pause and correct myself. If I don't correct myself, it's a case that I don't know better. And when somebody tell me, hey, you said this wrong, but let me give you an instance. When I used to anchor the news for MTV 65, they had, you know, this village on the East Coast named Fowles. Y'all buy on live TV something Fowles because of how it's spelled, right? I said Fowles. And after the show, a friend called and said, bro, no. I was embarrassed, but it was what it was. And if people troll me, that's fine. So again, I'm saying I'm an equal opportunity troller. I troll Afro-Guyanese, Indo-Guyanese, Amerindians, Chinese, whoever. Once it's funny, I don't have a problem. I will troll you, especially if you're talking stupidness. You understand? Now, somebody under the post said, oh, she emotional. That's what I say. So how you getting your point across anybody to understand you? You got to calm the hell down and speak to person so that they can understand you and understand your plight. Now, again, in my mind, her first issue, her main thing that she needed to focus on is, where y'all want me to go? Where are you sending me? Where can I go without an issue to apply my trade? That would have been my question, right? But back to the main thing, the president. Now, was the president Lying. Look, Pam. Look, Pam. Pam just said. Literally, they used to live on the president if he said a wrong word. Look, the other day, I don't know how the editing, whatever happened with the editing, and a piece left in there. Right? A piece left in there. And they do, oh, you can't say, I think it's leverage or something like that. And literally, it's not a case where you can't pronounce the word. It's sometimes your mouth ain't got enough saliva, so your mouth dry, your tongue tie, but all kind of thing. Not necessarily that you don't know what you say, right? But again, they troll him. I remember, Jarita, before she did turn a super duper egg ball on a show with Sherrod Duncan, trolling the president. Oh, Turkey. No, it was a Manza. Sorry, Jarita. I'm sorry. But still, that was before super duper egg ball stage. But it was a Manza. Turkey. It's the Turkey. It stopped at the key. Turkey. Right? The only president case. But that was a case of them not knowing better. The people of Turkey changed their country name because they wanted it to be distinct from the animal. Well, and probably other reasons as well. You understand me? But they changed their name. They didn't even take the time to check, to understand. But back to the cash grant. Is the president wrong? Is the president wrong? What is the main focus of the majority of Guyanese right now? Cash grant. Cash grant. Not an interest in going to the Small Business Bureau and getting a grant to start your business or getting a loan to start your business. Cash grant. Cash, 200,000. Cash grant. And that is my issue. How could you fault the president when what he's saying is correct? Not every, 80% of the people that I know, almost every other day, asking me, they say, you know, the cash grant? You hear about the cash grant? The cash grant? The cash grant? It's still 200,000. I hear they give you 150. I hear it's 100. Cash grant? Cash grant? I said, bro, I don't know. I don't know. Right? So the president wasn't wrong in what he said. The president wasn't wrong in what he said. Now imagine, I understand persons are saying, look, you make this promise to us and we want to know when it's coming and stuff. If the president has said such, in my opinion, I believe he will do so. We must understand the dynamics of certain situations, right? You got to understand it. If it doesn't happen before December, right, there must be a reason. It's not a case where the president will make you a promise and then withdraw it from you just like that. He's not a man like that. There must be some reason that it didn't happen between the period. Right? There must be some reason that it didn't happen between the period. And if it doesn't, I am thinking most likely it will happen in the new year, within 2026. So instead of we look at how we have benefited already and not place that major emphasis on the cash grant. Mind you, I know some people need it, right? I know some people need it. But realistically, how many people are going to take that $200,000? And here, this is my opinion, which I'm entitled to. I'm not telling you how to spend your cash grant, but I am being a little realistic here. How many people will take that cash grant and do something that will better their lives long term? Some people will take that cash grant and go and shop up for the Christmas, and then after the holidays, cat piss and pepper again. Right? Whilst there are some people that may invest it into something that can better their lives, or invest it into the children, buy a laptop or something for them so they could study or something, right? So I don't think the president was wrong in relation to what he said. There's a major focus on cash grant. And persons aren't focused on the opportunities that this, as he said, the oil and gas sector provides with production. You understand? Why aren't more minimum wage Guyanese coming together and starting businesses? I guess you might say people mightn't agree for long and think, but you got systems you could put in place in case of business split. Coming together, starting businesses that could bid for contracts in the oil and gas sector or vie for contracts in that sector. Why unskilled Guyanese aren't focusing on the training opportunities that are available that could put you into that sector because of the production being done, and you could earn money more than you're making, more than you'll get from the cash grant. You understand? Right? So I don't see what the issue is with what the president said. It is indeed factual. And imagine people asking me as often as they are. Imagine the president. Anywhere he goes, you hear me? If I fed up and I didn't make the promise or I didn't make the statement, if I am fed up of people asking me about cash grant, what about the president? Anywhere he goes, cash grant, 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 cash grant. Hi. Anyway, let it try. This is what I wanted to show y'all. This is another thing I wanted to show y'all. Unrealistic Guyanese people. So this was a post from Sherrod Duncan, right? And we know Sherrod is a Nimrod. Well, something with Rod. You like Rod, right? No water, no light. One chicken now costs 3,000. I have 7 kids. You think that easy? Alexis Bagwadin, Starbrook News, November 24, 2025. How the cost of living affecting you? Now listen to something, Alexis Bagwadin. You needed to calm down. Clearly you're fertile. But my point is, children, you have to feed, clothe them. You understand? So maybe, Alexis, you should have probably stopped at 2 so that your life could have been more manageable, right? So now that you have 7, you have to dedicate funds to raising 7 children, sending 7 children to school, finding food to feed them every day, finding a place to house them. You may have made some decisions in life, Alexis, that might not have been in your best interest, right? That would have caused you to be in this situation that you're in. But I said this to you, Alexis. Why 7? After the 3rd one, Alexis, and mind you, I don't know if this is Alexis' house behind the text on the screen. I don't know. But Alexis, I highly doubt you move out of a good house to move in there. So this situation may have been prevalent since the first baby, the second baby. You notice a trend, Alexis? You notice a trend? 9 months apart. So you had the first baby. you got to spend money on the baby. So 9 months from there, you had the next baby and you weren't able to invest in yourself to better your life for the first baby. You had a second baby. 9 months or how much ever after, same situation, a next baby. And mind you, I ain't saying Alexis had them 9 months apart. I'm just hypothetically speaking. Or let me say 1 year after. Everybody come a year after each other. So the first baby, 1 year, the situation didn't change. Either you haven't upskilled yourself to get a better job. I don't know what your partner is doing, the person who assisted you, or person or persons who would have assisted you in making those 7 children. I don't know what they're doing or what they did or you did to make it that the two y'all in together to help each other with y'all offspring. Remember, President Ali or the PVP government wasn't in that bed with you when you decided to fandangle, and you understand me? They wasn't there. So, first year baby, situation is the same. Second year baby, situation is the same. Third baby, we're still in the same situation. Why in heaven's name, Miss Bagwadin, would you go on to have 4 more children in this economy? You set times hard. Jesus Christ. You don't thinking? Alexis? You said chicken is 3,000. Hold on. Let me call somebody. Hold on. Because some of these prices that are posted online for like chicken and eggs, sometimes it's complete BS. I don't know where these people going to shop at them expensive butcher shop. But I think if y'all go to certain places, you're going to pay them price of chicken. Let me ask this butcher man. Jesus. All right. Right. Let me ask this butcher man. A whole chicken is 3,000. You got to buy it in pieces. You got to buy cut up chicken. You got to buy 2 legs and a breast and cut it up. You understand? That's what you got to do. Morning. On my live. I want. Right? So here, like about 2.8. So, all right, fine. But again, I'm saying to you, 7 children. You have put yourself under unnecessary pressure. I understand that God said go forth and multiply, but you times too much. He might have mean 2 times or 3 times, not 7 times. You can't want 7 times the thing and put yourself under extreme pressure. I don't have any children, and I've heard persons say children is pressure. Not in a bad way, but you have to provide for them. And I'm talking about persons who are in well-paying jobs. Right? Well-paying jobs. Mind you, I must add that Alexis Bagwadin is how much is because we care? It gone up to 100? No. But Alexis is collecting a because we care for each and every one of those children. Each and every one of those children. That in offsetting your excuse me. That's not offsetting your chicken expense in some way, shape, or form, Alexis. After the government you because we care to buy a uniform and wherever you can get with it, right? That means how much is because we care now? It's 55,000. Somebody please help me in the comment section. I sorry. Please help me in the comment section. How much is because we care now? I think it's 55. I think it's 55. Somebody in the comment section help me. Help me. But wherever the cost is, You are getting that times 7. You are getting that times 7, right? The ministry, thank you, 55,000. 50,000 because we care, and 5,000 for the uniform, right? 50,000 because we care, 5,000 for the uniform, 55,000. So you're collecting you. For y'all set me up. Let me check. She's collecting $385,000 a year, right? 300 plus $1,000 a year. That don't offset your chicken expenses in some way, shape, or form. The Ministry of Education is providing textbooks that you don't have to buy. That's not offsetting your chicken expenses in some way, shape, or form. So that, okay, the chicken price raise, but because I have to spend money on school books, I have to spend money on book bag and them uniform and them thing, I got a little money to buy chicken. You ever thought about buying some fish? Huh? You know my fish is get for $1,000. You ever thought about getting up early in the morning and going down to Meadowbank Wharf? Huh? I get us some banga. You ever hear about Banga Mary? Miss Bagwodin? Have you ever heard about Banga Mary? All 7 of your children could eat Banga Mary. It got bone, but if you fry it dry, the bone is get crispy and you throw it up under. For the bigger children, you could fry it nice and normal, and they pick out the bone and eat it. No problem. Banga Mary. You don't gotta eat chicken every day. Huh? The fact that the Ministry of Education provides breakfast at schools. I don't know if they provide it the schools our children going to. But let me say, 3 out of the 7 going to schools that are providing breakfast to them when they go there. You got a little money left over? Huh? You got a little money left over? You ever hear about chunks? You ever hear about chunks? I think I used all the last bit of some chunks I had there in the thing. Chunks good for you too. So here, what you could do is buy a 3,000 whole chicken. You cook piece of it Monday. On Tuesday, you cook some fish. Wednesday, you cook some chunks. On Friday, go veggie. Thursday, go veggie. Right? Friday, you cook a little chicken again. And this is the second time you use the chicken in 5 days. I sure you got chicken left back even after the second time. Jesus Christ. Somebody is the entitlement for me by some Guyanese. You understand? It's the entitlement that they portray. It's like, what were you thinking? Now, what jumps out at me even more here? No water, no light. So this most likely means you in some squatting situation. You understand? This means you in some kind of squatting situation. Now, okay, fine. It may not be the best, and you're hoping for better, right? But if you go to squat, where the hell you getting water and light from? Why you going on like if somebody depriving you or something? Make it make sense. If you are squatting, how in heaven's name GPL and GWI is supposed to provide light to you? Think about it. You are squatting and expect GPL and GPL and GWI to run electricity line and run water pipe to land that you don't own and bill you for it. So you want the government, you want these agencies to engage and condone your illegality to make you comfortable in your illegal stance? Come on, man. Come on. So some of these things that I see, in my opinion, I think Guyanese have become so entitled that you could not care about your education or your situation, or probably you it's not a case where you didn't care about your education, you didn't have the opportunity to upgrade yourself, so you fall by the wayside in some way, shape, or form, right? You fall by the wayside in some way, shape, or form. But hey, you don't have to stay there. You can make yourself more marketable. The government has multiple ministries offering free of cost training for Guyanese. Free of cost. Y'all notice these truck accidents. Every time you hear some Cuban national or some other national or some other national, because they got the documentation. So some of them to drive these trucks. Guyanese ain't going to bit to learn to operate heavy duty machinery and learn to drive them big trucks and them kind of thing. I mean, some of us are doing that. But you have people come from Cuba and get in the work because we don't have enough Guyanese to fill the jobs. You know how much a truck driver is make a day? Alexis, you could go and drive a truck or an excavator. You know how much money you would make a day? $3,000 for chicken. You wouldn't even bat your eye at that. You wouldn't even bat your eye at it because you joke. So, Alexis, I am suggesting that you go down to the Ministry of Human Services and Social Protection and you inquire about a course there that you may be able to better yourself and make some more money. If you don't like that ministry, I'm suggesting you go to the Ministry of Labor and you inquire about a course there. Inquire about a course there that would help you better yourself. If you don't like the Ministry of Labor, you go to I'm trying to read this comment, sorry. But if you don't like the Ministry of Labor, you go to the Ministry of Culture, Youth, and Sport for a free course there, and you try and upgrade yourself, right? You try and learn something. If you don't like the Ministry of Human Services and Social Protection, you don't like the Ministry of Labor, you don't like the Ministry of Culture, Youth, and Sport, you take yourself to the University of Guyana. You understand me? You write their admittance course. As a matter of fact, their exam for persons who didn't write CXC and don't have that certification. You understand? You go and write that exam, you get into UG and you go and do a degree. You don't go and do a degree in something. You understand? You go and do a degree in something. And I agree with Sarah Mosley. Some of these same people that telling you about, oh, it's $3,000 for a whole chicken. I can't afford it. The economy. Oh God, my house is a President Look at Bush. I can't afford paint. I can't afford new wood. But guess what? When you look at the nails, well done. You understand me? Not natural. The attach-ons, well done. When you look at the weave, lace front, up to the time. You understand me? Lace front up to the time. Or the outsporting somewhere. And then complaining about the economy. Because you drink all your money in flapping rum or Guinness or something the night before. And the next day, well, not the next day, before the next day, you done piss it out. So imagine you ain't even carry home the little liquid that you take in there. You have to pee it out right way there. Say even you don't even piss in your own yard to say, well, hey, I spend this money and I'm pissing on the grass in my yard to bring it up. You understand me? At least the grass get a little nutrients from the money I'm spending. But no. Man, look. Y'all are out of your mind with some of this foolishness that you're going on with. On a serious note, I am absolutely sure that this stance that the government is taking in terms of breaking the mold in relation to some habits that we as Guyanese have is a beautiful idea. And we needed to start doing it at some point. Right? We needed to start doing it at some point. I'm encouraging all Guyanese to do away with this handout mentality, right? If the government has something to give you, accept and bless. But this thing where you're hanging, as how do you say, but with bated breath or some stupidness like that, waiting on cash grant. Y'all complaining about prices. How much you get for 200,000 really? You need to work and get more money. And until the 200,000 whenever it come. So whenever it come, you know, you could get something proper done for yourself. Right? Craziness. No. Yeah, look. I don't know what happened in this weekend. So here we go.
You come. Just go shoot your spot.
This is a police, you know. This is a police. This is a police and a seemingly intoxicated police. Right? Intoxicated. Look at this.
You can get fucking police force. Hey, what I do fucking?
Look at this. Now, who could possess a serving member of the guy in the police force to go after having an altercation with somebody, to go to the station, the outpost, or wherever it is in the area, pick up one of the government gun. You understand? Not like he executing any duties. He doing his own thing. And you know what? He can sing, Budram, Watts. They're the people who can get the cost for this, you know. They're the persons who are going to get the cost for this. The Minister of Home Affairs. Those are the people who can get the bad name for this, you know. They ain't nowhere around here. They train this man as a peacekeeper to help enforce the laws of Guyana. They do their part. Right? And put it back in the area. Look at this. This is alcohol. And this is the problem I had the other day when I took a certain stance. Right? I understand that police are human and they can drink alcohol too. They allowed to have fun and recreation and those kinds of things. But there are some jobs where you just shouldn't be intoxicated while you're on duty. You understand? So in the production world, you would find photographers and videographers, they just drink. Well, I want to make them out to sound like drunkards, but they would drink on, let me say out of town, on assignment. They can drink. Not to get drunk, but you might drink a beer or a Guinness or something like that. but with moderation. You understand? Even though they drink, they're still able to do their work. They don't endanger anybody. They're not carrying high-powered rifles. Right? They don't have to mediate in relation to conflicts between two individuals. So this is not AI, Pam. Don't no. This reminds me of somebody telling me a video in Region 7. Oh Lord, look, this life ain't easy, bye. But as I'm saying to you, this is one of the jobs that you cannot be intoxicated whilst you're on duty. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. No, this guy doesn't only under the influence go and get a gun from the station or the outpost in the area.
You alone, my boy.
Look at that. So somebody runs to pull the gun from him, and a shot is fired off. A shot is fired off. Now look at this here. Now this is a trained man handling a weapon, you know. This is a trained man. No, after that first shot fire off, watch this here now. Watch it. He fires off a next shot right by the foot. He nearly shoots himself. I was like, what is we watching here really, man? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? This man, after this gentleman here comes and tries to pull away the gun, and I don't know if his finger on the trigger, a shot fire off. Well, for that to happen, one had to be in the breach. So he had intent. I am waiting to see the outcome of this. I'm waiting to see the outcome of this. Right? So this guy tries to pull the gun and it goes off. Right? You hear terrifying females and people in the area, people screaming. Right? He is walking back. Jesus Christ. Look at this. Almost shoots himself in the foot.
Hey, come up here, man. Hey, come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Hey, come up here.
Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Right? So somebody is telling me, right? Hold on, I didn't even check that. Let me see. So somebody is saying that this lady Alexis Backwooden was in Starbrook with the 7 children. They check the voters list to see if she is actually thing, and it's not. It doesn't seem to be a real person. You understand me? It doesn't seem to be a real person. They're crazy. But look at this. Look at this here. This is a member of the Guyanese police force pointing at AK-47 at unarmed people. I can't wait. I can't wait to listen to that. This is crazy. That is not somebody who you understand? Somebody who can be influenced to something outside as Molly Dan even look.
I get
This
the video. I get the video.
substance. Plus, you gotta be MATV too. Plus, you got the government, the guy in police force ATV too. So, oh, Jesus Christ. No, if this is Port Kaituma, and I remember correctly, the police station is up on the hill in like the government compound area there, right? This seems like down at the waterfront. So if he was at the waterfront, he would have had to. Firstly, you're probably sporting with the people bike. You'd have to leave the waterfront right about 6-7 minutes back to the top of the hill. Go and take a gun out of the police lock up the gun closet or the gun drawer, wherever they keep the safe. Take a gun out of there. Get ammunition. Did this man sign out this gun? The person who signing out the gun and smell the alcohol on it? Wow. And then ride back down to the sporting place on the waterfront. Because they really got no place to sport up at the top of the hill that the government got. They got the school, the hospital, the fire station, the RDC office, they got the police station, the government quarters, everything in the area. So it's a little 6-7 minutes drive. I'm waiting to see what the outcome is.
Get your fucking right tomorrow, boy. Actually, I'm gonna be fucking way. Jamal, don't do something. Don't do something, buddy. Don't do something. Wait, buddy, wait, Jamal, wait, buddy. I can't tolerate them.
Another policeman has ended his career. I don't know how he expects to recover from this. Listen, as Guyanese, we all need to do a little better. Things getting a little crazy in the country, right? And we gotta do better. We've got to do better. Before I go, I must say I'm happy for the people of Linden. The construction of this Mackenzie Crossing is moving rapidly, and the space is much smaller than the Barajaju Demerara River Bridge. So this is going to be wrapped up very soon, very shortly. You know. Okay, I see somebody says that's not Port Kaituma. I telling you with the police them, sir, and with the reports them, sir. Right? I tell you with the police them, sir, and with the reports them, sir. Port Kaituma. Let me check back just to make sure. Hold on. Right. The Guyana Police Force has taken note of a video circulating on social media involving a police rank stationed in Regional Police Division Number 1. The Commissioner of Police has immediately ordered a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident. The rank featured in the video has since been placed under close arrest, and the Office of Professional Responsibility has been instructed to commence a detailed investigation immediately. The Guyana Police Force wishes to assure the public that this matter is being treated with the utmost seriousness. The content of the video form part of the ongoing investigation, which will determine the full extent of both disciplinary and criminal actions to be taken. The Guyana Police Force remains committed to maintaining the highest standards of professionalism and accountability, and further information will be provided at the appropriate time. It doesn't say whether it's Port Kaituma or not, but I know somebody in Port Kaituma who, anyway, wherever it's happening is supposed to happen. That's crazy, right? Hey, Jesus. Look, guys, y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day. As I said, I'm really happy for the people of Linden that this bridge is taking shape so quickly. I must add that when we look at the impact the Barjag-Demarara River Bridge has had since its opening, I can only imagine the stress relief that this will bring for Lindeners who have been plagued with that single lane bridge for so many years. You know, the sad part about it, again, and I always try to mention this, there's certain groupings in this country that claim rights over certain ethnicities and certain areas, and you know, they didn't see the need to upgrade these areas to make the life easier for these people. Yet the grouping that they claim hate them so much and will do nothing to better their lives, that is the grouping that has come there, uplifted this community, ensured that they have a proper bridge, you know, and other proper facilities like housing and things like that. Only certain people used to get housing in certain times, you know. Only certain people used to get housing in certain times. So when I hear some of these hypocrites, I want to know which world they're living in. Honestly. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful day. Please be safe on the roadways. Try your best to be productive today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right here, same time, same place tomorrow. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no trees.